Good day, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching this. My name is Omomi Yusuf, and I want to welcome you to Kingdom Research Institute. And please don't forget to click the subscribe button. It doesn't take anything from you, just click on the subscribe button. That is the only support you can give to me here. So, welcome. We've been discussing about what is research writing, what is project writing, what does thesis writing entails. I want you to know that you learning this it is an advantage to you. It's an advantage for you. I remember when I started learning my during my undergraduate days, as I got to thank God I wrote my work myself. I had help support by the way, but at least bulk of the work it was myself handling it. So I had a supervisor that I think I started first, but I had to finish my project last. I remember days when I go and my work is being cancelled, I'll sit down and start crying. But I thank God that all the experiences came to work together for our good. So no knowledge is a waste. So when you're learning, you ensure that every season of your life you're not playing with it because there's a particular time you need what you need when you will need it. Just like that. So I think I started writing. I've been writing. Was it? I didn't focus much on writing when we first started though, or when people just come to me, oh, can you help me to write? Because I didn't know that, you're good. I think you should monetize this aspect of what you do like that to aim for me. But it never occurred to me. I was this quiet. I don't really help people with the assignment. I feel like, why are you cheating? Why do you want to come and copy my work? So just like that. But here we are into writing. And I want to thank God because that's given me the privilege of just working from anywhere. That's given me the privilege of just doing business. That's given me the privilege of still going to go ahead to further my masters because I want to lecture. That's one of the things I have passion for. I want to impact. I want to teach knowledge, and I did creating impact through words, through academics. That's my slogan, and that's what we are here for. So the gifting we have is not just for us to just benefit it from on our own end. So that's that about that. So today we're going to be talking on we'll continue on our research topic, which we've been talking about. A recap of what we did in our first class was introducing what is research writing. And there we got to talk about how research writing deals with, well, with is a form of an academic writing. And apart from it being academic writing, it is a writing that deals with facts. It's a writing that has a system, a structure. It has a template of how you start and how you end and what your work entails. So I will be focusing on project writing. If you know how to write a project, you know how to work on your master thesis, you know how to work on your PhD thesis, just like that. So now lesson 3 here we'll be talking about research topic. What is research topic? How can one get a research topic? From there, we'll be talking about table of content, and also we'll go ahead to talk about referencing and citation styles, the various form of referencing and why is referencing what important, and how to use the EndNote kind of referencing because there are various forms of words of referencing. You can use either the Mendeley, you can use the Zotero or the EndNote form of law. So just like that, you get to understand as we go. So now, what is a research topic? A research topic is a specific subject or issue you intend to explore in your academic paper, thesis, or the dissertation. So a specific subject or issue you intend to explore in your academic paper. That is a research topic. You see that when you're 300 level, going to 400 level, you're writing your master's, the supervisor will ask you, go and write a list of topic you want to work on. I'd be like, what should I write on? How should I go about it? How should I go about it? I like to tell people, now that you are those of you that are in your 300 level, this is a great advantage for you. You can take time, look at the things that are around you that you feel that they are problem that they are of your interest and they are related to your work that you love to research about. That even as you want to build a career in line with academics, that this topic will even when I am doing my masters, the topic I want to continue researching on. Even when I'm down to my going down to for PhD level, this is the topic I'll say like to work on. Like myself who is interested in business, I've looked for a way to just include history and business to encompass them together. And I say, oh, I want to build a career in economic history. I'm running a master's in history and diplomacy. I'm also running another one in for an MBA course in business administration with particular focus in finance and investment. Because one thing that school teaches us is how, oh, they will impact you knowledge, but they don't teach you what is money, what is money management, how can we make money, how do we multiply money. You see that that's one of the basic challenges of people in life today, that people want to go to other route and look for other means just to get the money by any means or any way. But money is an axe. You need to know that you need to provide value in order for you to get money. When you provide value excellently to a wider audience, money will always look for you. So money is not something you look for. Through your becoming and your growth, so all the experience and knowledge you'll be encompassing from time to time, it will be bringing in money from you for you. So this was a particular knowledge I had in a particular phase of my life, and here I am now utilizing it and monetizing it. So you get to understand this. So just from that, it's I saw that during my undergraduate, my supervisor now just asked me, okay, oh, sometimes your supervisor might be the one to suggest topic for you. Oh, I think let's write on Obajana. Ah, Obajana, why are we writing on Obajana? Let's write on the transformation of Obajana. I'm sorry that I'm just diversing, but I want you to get, because I don't just like to teach, I like to impact people, that once you live there, you are living with something. So, and why is are we working over China? So I just had to go and look my way around it, even though if it was not something that I was interested in. But as time went on, after 1 year finishing school, 2 years finishing, three, third year, and now I'm running my master, I'm now beginning to see a wider picture. Wow, you actually wrote on industrialization during your undergraduate studies. Now, why don't you continue on that industrialization since you are building a career in economics? You're building a career in economic history. You want to know what has happened, what's happening, how is it happening, what is in the industrial realm, how is it going, how are business made, how is it. So just like that. So from that when in my master's topic, that's what I've now still concentrated on. Now I'm writing on Obajana refining. What is the impact of government policies that influences refineries and changes and businesses. Oh, when it was doing my undergraduate, I wrote on how industry impacts to the society and changes. Now I'm writing on how government policies can affect or be of help towards to upcoming world industry. So research topic can be born out of something you're interested in order to build a career for you. It might be a topic or a problem you've noticed in the society that you feel that it is in line with your topic, it is in line with it is in line with your work, and you choose to want to write on it. So it can be something you're interested in, it can be something that your supervisor himself might suggest to you to write on, because since they know well, they know well. Even when my supervisor just talked about Obajana, oh, why are you talking about Obajana? But there's one thing that the Bible has taught me, and my faith has taught me, that everything is working together for our good. But now look at the bigger picture, that wow, even when we're just suggesting Obajana, I feel like why is this man wanting to stress me? Look at the topics I bring, they are not selecting. Why are you giving me to go and write on picking Obajana like that? Okay, I think I was the one who added that Obajana, but it is well. So just like that. So you get to see just that's how the thing show. But now look at it now. Say I'm not beginning to understand that wow, that topic I actually choose there was in line with what I still want to continue with now. So that's just that about that. So a research topic is specific subject or issue you intend to explore in your academic paper, thesis, or dissertation. So you might just coin the idea, you might not really have how should I go about it? Oh, social media this. But how should I put the topic? You can give it to professional. That's why you have to supervise, take it to them. This is the topic I'm interested in. How do you think we should coin it? And thank God we have the Google now, which can over help you. This is a topic I'm interested in. How do you think I should go about it? Where should we go about it? From what year to what year do I think is relevant like that? So that is how to come about what a topic. So just like that. So it must be specific and focused. Your topic, I used to tell someone, if you want to write, don't say, oh, I want to write on the people of Kogi State. You cannot write about all the people of Kogi State. The people of Kogi State, they have the Igalas, they have the Igbiras, they have the is it what are they calling it? The Nupes. There is a large body of research. Your research will not have a beginning and and an ending. You just be going. Since you want to write over 1,000 papers, over 1,000 papers. So if you want your research to be specific and focused, be specific on a particular people. Oh, I want to write in the people of Ida. Which people of Ida? Some people of Ida might have various dialects. Oh, the people of Ojukolo in Ida. So you must be specific of local governments of Ida in Kogi State. I want to write about the impact of social media on the students of Federal University Lokoja from so year to so year, just like that. So you get to see. You know, say, oh, I want to write the influence of social media on students in Nigeria. How many? So you must have a place you are using as your case study. And where you're using as your case study is what is Federal University of Lokoja, the student of FUL, just like that. And why is case study important? In help you to streamline that topic. It shouldn't be so wide that you just look at how will I start, where will I research, or how will I. So that's why it's so important. So it must be relevant to your field of study. It must be important. It must be researchable within your resources and what and time. So it must be something that is researchable. You're not going to get a topic now that there's no one single material from it. Okay, the people who are go ahead to get fresh topics, and those fresh topics they're writing, you don't want to is not depending on, because when it comes to history, you're just trying to research on this particular set of people that they've not written on. So it's not that you try to want, there's no material, there's no secondary data and the rest, but it's you want to be the first primary source of writing that particular work. It's also possible. It's also possible. Even though there are limited research, you might have difficulty, but it is possible for you to write within it. So, but one major thing is ensure that what the topic is researchable within your resource and within that what time frame, and you have to finish that particular project. So, example of a good research topic is the impact of trade protectionism on rice production in Nigeria 2015 to 2023. So you have to understand. If I'm using 2015 as a start date, what happened? What is that thing that happened in 2015 that is making me to choose 2015 as my start date? If I'm using 1960 as my start date, what is the importance of 1960 here? Is that 1960 Nigeria got her independence. 1960 Nigeria began to what to govern herself. 1960 Nigeria began to what to control her economy. It is no longer under the British colonial rule. So you get to see the importance of my start date now. If I'm entering in 2023, what happened in 2023? What happened in 2023? Oh, this is because I'm trying to research the topic till present. And I think I should stop in what in 2023. So you look for a way to just coin it and put it there. Or if I'm ending in 2020, what happened in 2023? Oh, 2020 was one of the importance of 2020 cannot be overemphasized, because that was when COVID happened. It now restructured the world, rephrased the way people see things, the way people handle things. It brought another form of where people can now own, people now understood, oh, selling from home, online business, will I say it propagated or it promoted online businesses like that, and people now get to just focus on more things online. Oh, that is when it just equipped that particular phase. So you must know, why am I starting, why am I ending? So see this one: social media influence on youth voting behavior in Nigeria. Social media influence on youth voting behavior what in Nigeria is another good research topic, but it must always what have a date, a beginning and an end. Your research topic must have where it starts from and where it is ending. It must have it. So that's that about research topic. Now let's go to table of content. What is table of content? A table of content is a list that shows your chapters, sections, and subsections of your work, along with the page numbers. It helps readers to navigate towards your documents. They know that, oh, in chapter 1, this is what we are seeing there. They know that in chapter 2, this is what we are seeing there. They know in chapter 3, this is what we are going to be seeing there. It organizes your work. It gives your work a particular format. It even make it easy for you as a writer on how to go about your research work, because it's showing you, oh, now is where to write the introduction. Now is where for you to do this. Let me show you a sample of one of my table of content for my undergraduate work. So this is the topic: the transformation of Aboriginal community 1936 to 2019, a historical survey by Omom Yusuf Matric number, a project. So just like that. August. And so from here, these are a table of content. It includes what? Your declaration. But this declaration, you used to write it towards when you're almost done with all your work. That's when you now come and include all this one. So, but this what it includes: declaration, your certification, dedication. Yes, I want to say something about this dedication. If you are dedicating your work, if you are dedicating your work can only be dedicated to one person. It's either you are giving all glory to God, or you are giving you are dedicating it to your teachers, you are dedicating it to other people. So he said, this work is dedicated to all my children who through God help have made me to be where I am today, and to also to all school lovers. So you get to see, are you dedicating it to God? Let it be only God. God doesn't share his glory with anybody. Please note that from today. For your acknowledgement, you can be including everybody. Oh, I want to thank my parents. I want to acknowledge my parents, my friends, my sisters for doing all this and all that. But for dedication, always put in your mind, It's either you are giving it to God, or you are dedicating it to what? To your lecturers, or to just choose a particular people. If it's God, let it just be God. If it's other people you want to include, then let it be other people, just like that. So from there, your acknowledgement now, table of contents. So you see what table of content includes? The title page, declaration, certification, dedication, and acknowledgement. Let me give you one cheat code. If you want to write on your table of contents, just go to your department. I believe our department have libraries and the rest. Go and check work that has been done, project work that has been done, so you understand your department format of writing and how they do their own table of word content. It will help you a lot. So you know how to the structure and how to format yours so that you don't work outside what you've been given or what your department or school wants or desires to see from you. Just like that. So table of content, your title page, your declaration, certification, dedication, acknowledgement, table of contents, maps and plates. The maps and plates are the map you use and maybe other video and pictures you inserted inside the research work, especially for the historians. And for those who are non-historians, who are for the social sciences, it might be all your charts, your tables, everything like that. So just like that. So from there, we now enter into what the chapter one. So for I think I gave a breakdown of what chapter one includes in the last video where I told you about the do's and don'ts, about how bulk of science and social science can include 1.0 in their 1.0 in their chapter one, just like that. Why 1.1, just like that. So you get to see just like that. When I say okay, when it comes to the historian, we don't include all this in our work. We don't need it. Anything that has to do with all these extra numbers, we don't need it. The only number you have to do is just for you to list the pages. When you're done with your work, that's when you'll be including all these numbers here. Or what page is the background of the study? Where did it stop? Okay, 1 to 3. Statement of the problem, where did it start? Page 3. So the people are able to navigate. Oh, let me just go to so page. I'll see the person literature or review. And I got to tell you about them that literature review for the historian is included in what in our chapter one. But for other sciences, the economics and the other social sciences, their literature review has a particular page on its own, which is chapter two. But when you go to your master level, your literature review will also be what will be in your chapter two too for the historians. Your literature review will now be in the what in the chapter two. It is no longer in the what in your chapter one because it needs to just a chapter on its own. Is the what the literature review be what you'll be talking about. So just like that. So this is your table of contents. This is how you should go. Background, statement of problem, aims and objective, significance of the study, scope and limitation of the study, your research methodology, literature review, and conclusion. Let me show you a sample of one work. Where is that work? I'm sorry that I'm diverting, but I just want to make us to understand this and see the various type. There's a project I'm writing on political science. Let me show you their table of contents. So you get to understand that various departments have their various ways of what of writing and their format of writing. So you have to know the one that is peculiar to you, just like that. So for the historians and other, okay, now this is the one for the political science. So you get to see chapter one. You see the way it went. You see it. Statement of objective, they have research question, significance of the scope and research methodology, organization of the study, definition of terms, which is conceptual clarification, referencing. You see that there's no literature review here. Are you taking notes? Then you now see for the chapter two, you see literature review and theoretical framework. The only thing that is here is what? Conceptual review, concept on social media. These are the books we want to be reviewing on, just like that. So these are the books we want to be reviewing on. So academic performance, we need to look for review books on academic performance, review books on social media and education. So books, I already taught you how to review a book and how to include them. So these are the themes to follow in order to just, so you see all that chapter two is basically on how to review books. That is what you are seeing there. So from there, the referencing, and that is it. From there, you see that chapter three is totally different. Research design, population of the study, sample size, sampling technique, method of data collection, method of that, then they do data analysis and the rest. So these are the things you see in other sciences and other social sciences. This is their format of writing. But when it now comes to the arts and the rest, this is what is here. background of the study, statement of the problem, aims and objective, the significant scope, your research. You see, your literature review is here. That's for the undergraduates. I say when you get to your master level, let me show you a sample of master level because I'm writing my master's, the one for my master's. Now, let me show you how I did my table of content. Where's my work here? Projects of 2024. Yes, handouts, history, master's material. Where's my table of contents? Yes, impact of government policies. Yes, so this is my work. You see, I've included all this in my table of, but I've not written them because it's not yet time. This is my abstract. Yes, for master level, your abstract must always be there. Abstract like a total summary of what that work is going to be and what will be seen in your work. See table of contents. See almost the same with that one, but see, you see now I'm including 1.1 here in the master's level. So you see conceptual and theoretical framework definition of key terms is included. Then chapter 2, you see introduction, literature review, conclusion, and endnotes. You see it. So you see chapter 2 is totally for what? For literature review. And you see that I did not differentiate it like I differentiated the one of this one now. Academic performance, impact of social media on education, social media. That is all this one now will be showing me the list of books that I should go and look for. I told you that in your literature review, there are books you are going to utilize. I think I need to do a full topic on this literature review on its own, a full video. So just like that. So we're going to look for books on social media. I'll review it under this one. Look for books on academic performance. I'll review it over here. On the impact of social media on education, I will review them over here. So that's that about that. So I guess you've got on. So this is your literature review. Therefore, those one that graduate, your chapter 2 is always when you're writing, bulk of history deals with the people of this, the people of that, the people of that. Then your chapter 2 for every historian, for every historical work, you see it's always on words, the land and people that you're writing about. Land and people of Opachana, land and people of Lokoja, land and people of Kwara of in Kwara State, land and people. At least who are the people you want to talk about? You need to give us a total. So let's even know we've talked about chapter 1 being your foundation of your work, about the background of the study and everything your work is going to be entailing, the problem is going to solve, how we're going to go about it, just like that. Then your chapter 2, we have to start with a concrete research work and documentation of the people you want to write about. Who are these people? What do they do? How did they do it? Where did they come from? What is their geography and vegetation about? What is their socio-cultural institution of the people? What is their political structure? What is the economic activities of those people? It is very important. I'm emphasizing on the historian because I'm a historian. So this is the format we follow. For others, just like I tell you, you have to go and check your department and see their format and what they listed there. But I tell you, there is only just little difference between various departments. It's still the same thing. So what you're learning is not always. Then chapter 3, see how I now went on. The advent of the Obajana Cement Company. The advent of the Obajana World Cement Company. So now I said I'm talking about the impact of I'm talking about the transformation of the Obajana, a historical word, a historical survey, the transformation of Obajana community. So for me to talk about the transformation of Obajana community, I need to talk about who are these Obajana people first of all. Now, what caused the transformation of Obajana? We know that it's because there is a there's an industry that is what I cited here. And what is that industry? It is the Obajana Cement Company. Now in your chapter 3, that's when you're now going into your work in details. Okay, now let's talk about the factory that was set there. When was this factory stated? When did it come? How has it been? When was it established? What were the factors responsible for starting that factory? Are you seeing it? Conclusion and end note. From there, you now enter your chapter 4. Now, your chapter 4 is where you are doing the major answering to that your project work. The transformation of Opachana since 1999. That is where the work started from. Why did I say from 1999? Kogi State was created in what? In 1999. I think in 1991. 1991. So just like that. It's 1991. Who made a mistake in writing this project? It's 1991. Cognitive was created in 1991, just like that. So let's now go and see, okay, what are transformation that have happened in the political transformation? How has it been? Economic, demographic, social, cultural transformation, challenges and way forward, conclusion, end note. Then your chapter five, every chapter five is always about summary, conclusion, and what and bibliography. All research academic work does not exceed from 1 to 5. It must be within 1 to 5. The only time you can go to chapter 6 is when you are doing your master thesis. I now know that there's a lot for you to write. But even for the master thesis, for other departments, it's 1 to 5 it ends. It's only the historians that are permitted to write from chapter 1 to what? To 6. Like if you go through my work and I see that my own work is from chapter 1 to 6 because I had a lot to want to discuss about. I couldn't end in what in chapter 5. So just like that. So the chapter 5 is always about your total summary and conclusion, summary, conclusion, and what and your bibliography. So that's that about the what the table of content. Let's go back to what we're talking about. So you see, that's about the table of contents. That's about the table of contents. Now let's go. How to generate automatic table of content in Microsoft Word. Okay, there's what you call automatic table of contents. This is sample here. Unlike this one that you see, this my owner is just a regular table of contents. I wrote them myself one by one. That's why you see they're not in any table formats. But when you just say something is automated, is that it's permanently there. If you are removing it, they are going once. But this one you can just delete anyone at any time. But let's now come to the one that is automated. Look at now. When I click on it, what are you seeing? You are seeing a table that is coming out. You show that this is an automated what? Table of content. Then how is an automated table of content done? Control X. It's just for you to just you see all this your tab heading here. It's just for you to come to the referencing style, go to table of contents. Once you tap it to show you option. What format do you want your work in? What format do you want your work in? What format do you want your work in? So you see this format, I think this format is even good. You can detail this as your chapter 1. Another chapter 1, what are the sub themes that are there? So it will be following like this step by step. Then you can detail this whole chapter 2. Under your chapter 2, what is there? You can be following it step by step like this. So this is what they call automated. Automated like that. So that's just that about that. So let's go to our work now. Now let's go back here. Now, referencing and citation styles. This is very important. We have various referencing and citation styles. And referencing and citation styles begin with referencing is the method of giving credit to sources used in your academic work. Any work that is not cited is just as if you plagiarized. You went to use somebody's work. So for you to reference, for you to say, oh, this is where I got this idea from. This is where this thing I wrote here, this is where I got it from, just like that. So referencing is a method of giving credit to sources used in your academic work. There are several referencing styles, and the most common are the APA, the MLA, and the Chicago. The APA, the MLA, and the Chicago style. The Chicago style is mostly used by the word lecturer. What is the APA? The APA is known as the American Psychological Association, that it is used for the social sciences, the education, and the psychology departments. As I say, American Psychological Association. And how do they reference theirs? So look at it. In text citation, author and date, you see Afolabi 2021. Referencing list example, Afolabi M 2021, Trade Policies and Agricultural Development, Lagos Press. So you see, theirs is just what? After the author, you get your date immediately, then the topic of the work, then the place of publication or where the work was produced, just like that. So that is the APA format, and it's mostly used by the social science and education and psychology. Then you now go to the MLA format. The MLA is the Modern Language Association. It's mostly used by the humanities, the literature, the philosophy, etc. And how do they do this? Same way. No, it's different way. This one is that the MLA format, it comes the after the author names come what? The title of the work that has been used, and then the place of publication, or the where it was, the publisher, then the 2020 or 2021. And what is the 2021 about? That is the year of publication. So you see the MLA format, the only difference that here the dates for their datings is totally different. The dating for APA always comes after author's name. The dating for the dating for the MLA, the Modern Language Association, always comes at the end of the work. Now let's go to the Chicago style, which is mostly used by history, fine arts, and the businesses. And how is the Chicago referencing style done? The Chicago referencing style is done in two systems, and we have the footnote and the endnote. I'm going to show you what a footnote is. I think I explained to you last time about a footnote and the endnote. I'm coming. The difference between an endnote is that an endnote will be this is an endnote now. Once I just click here like this now, it will take me to the endnote. Look at it is automated, just like how I show you how to do automatic referencing. For the endnote now, it is automated. And apart from it being automated, it is at the end of your work. That is after I'm done writing everything I've written. You see, after conclusion, you now get your end notes. But for the footnote is done at every chapter and at for every page. Now, if it were a footnote I was doing now, I'm going to reference it at the bottom of this place now. I'm going to reference it at the bottom of. Are you seeing where this my cursor is? I'm going to reference at the bottom of this place now. And how do we do a footnote and an endnote referencing? I will show it to you. So let's come here. Where is the example I gave here? Wait, let me come here, come and show you. Now, just imagine this was a research work and I wanted to reference it using the footnote format. No, let me just come and write something like that. We are Kingdom Research Institute. So now let me just say I want to reference this style. I want to use an end note. So I'm going to write end notes. So the so now what should I do? Enter. I'm bringing the last page. Your end notes must be on a separate paper from all the rest of your work. So now what should I do? Once I put it here, I'll come down to referencing. Once I come to referencing, you see this place where it asks you insert end notes or footnotes. You see, when you're using your Microsoft Word, insert end notes or insert footnotes. Insert end notes or insert footnotes. And what is the insert end note? Once I tap on the insert end notes now, you see it came here automatically. So now I can now write what I want to write. Oh, author so. Let me just come and copy this one and paste it. Where is it? Let me just come and copy. Let me just come and copy it. See, where is it? This is it. So you see, that's about that. But again, Control Z, Control Z. So again, if we don't normally use Roman numeral when we are writing. What are they calling it? When we are when we are when it comes to end notes. So maybe now I wanted to insert end notes and I see it gave me Roman numeral. I will have to Control Z it and come back and come to this down place. Are you seeing it? Once you come here, you can change the format. Okay, end notes. You now come. How do you want it to appear? Is it in ABC? Is it like this? So you choose the format you want. I want it in 1, 2, 3. From there, you now say apply. So now insert end note. Now you see what are you now seeing now? 1. So from there I can just continue my work. Go back now. You see, once I tap on this space, now what are you seeing? That show me Michael Folabi Trade Policies and Agriculture Development Lagos, just like that. So in the same vein, if it is a footnote I want, I will just put it just after my full stop or anything, or anywhere you know that you used a work that is not yours, you got it from another place, just put your cursor there, then go to this place. You now say, okay, you first come here and come and change the format you want it. Now I want footnote. So footnote is the bottom of the page, end note is the end of the document. So now you now also come, what format do you want this one? I say want it in 1, 2, 3. Then you now come apply. So you now come insert footnotes. You see, what did it come and give you now? Control V. So you see, did it bring me to this page? It didn't bring me here. Footnote is always here. And how do you know that it's automated? You always see this line there. That's when you know if something is automated. But what's the difference between EndNote and referencing? Referencing is that EndNote is automated. And when you call it that it's being automated, is that you can always click on this thing and come back up, or check here and you automatically see the referencing that that person made use of. And this is what you'll be using. You know, when it comes to assignments, you just use your regular referencing. Oh, this is just sample of books that I used or internet source material that I use. You just put them there. You don't need to come and automate them and put, oh, number one in this one I got it from here. No, there's no need for that. But for EndNote, it always follows what your research and project work, and there's a need for you to automate them. So this is the difference between and a footnote and the what and EndNote. So that's just that about that. So they are automated. Now let's go into this. We've talked about EndNotes being either a footnote, notes and bibliography, either a footnote, you have a footnote or an EndNote. You have a footnote or an what or an EndNote. And sometimes your master thesis they want you to use footnotes. So that is how to do it. So now let's come here and see something. In the Chicago referencing style, what is different between Chicago referencing style? Chicago referencing style, you must state the after the name of the author, you must I'm coming please. Seems my battery is low and it now just dimmed the light of the computer. I still want it to be very high so that you guys can be seeing what I'm doing. Yes. So I'll stop the video now. My system is almost low. So please let us finish computer. So for the now what am I saying? For the end notes for the Chicago referencing style, which is mostly used by the history, fine art, and business, this is how you do it. The name of your author of the book, the title of the book, then it must always be in brackets, the place of publication, the name of publisher, the year of publication, and the page you use. Do you see the differences now between the APA, which doesn't need the page you use and the rest, and between the MLA, which MLA some used to include the book you used, but it's not in brackets like the Chicago referencing style. And this is the Chicago reference style is what the historian mostly use. Now I'm going to send you this material. Anybody who needs the materials, please just DM me. And for those that are in my group, I'm going to send it to you in the group so that you get to see the formats you follow for your Chicago manual style, the 17th edition. This is the latest one that is being used now. So now how is it being used? So you see, for your book, for the that is for why do they should differentiate it? And this is just like a bibliography too. You see in your table of contents, there's a part that showed you there's a part that showed you this thing. Let me take you there. See your table of contents now. Oh my god, sorry, please, I don't want this video to be long, but it seems it's getting long already, and I want to finish on time before this thing is going to stop. So in your chapter 5, you will see where you have your summary, your conclusion, then bibliography. So bibliography is a total summary of all the books that you've made use of. Your books, your internet materials, everything you've used. In that chapter 5, you are going to list all in that place. All the books used in chapter 1, the interview you did, the ones used in chapter 2, the interview you did, the ones used in chapter 3, the interview you did in chapter 4, everything you now include them in. That's what you now come to form your bibliography. So that's why you now see bibliography, sample format for footnote or bibliography, the Chicago manual style. So one thing with bibliography is that the books you use, you always list them. Let me show you an example. Where's the project book here? Sorry, please let me show you an example. Masters. Yes, let me use this person. Chapter 5. Let me show you an example. So you see summary of the total summary of the work, conclusion, and this is the bibliography. You see it's differentiated into primary sources. Into primary source, you have the oral source, that's for the historian. You must put your primary source. So for the bibliography, you don't just go and copy all your whole end notes you use from chapter 1 to 4 and come and paste it here. No, you have to differentiate it. That's why it's now showing you. You divide it into book, what was the book you used? You divide journal, the journal you used, um chapters in edited book. There's some book that will tell you so et or use so book, or in an edited book or so. They have their different formats in utilizing it. There's a different format in working forward for bibliography, just like that. So that's why if I send this manual, you can follow it back to back. So that is there's a way I reference the end notes for just like I have did for the Chicago reference for chapter 1, chapter 2. So you just bring up, but instead of you to just paste like that in your bibliography, you must follow this format. Divide them into book. What were the books I used? Which of the material that I use? Which of them is a journal? And they have the way they reference a journal is different too. See, journals always come in words. The title of the journal must always be in words. You see how they put them in brackets. We like in bracket or semicolon. You see it. So the title of the work, this is the name of the author, this is the title of the book, is put in words in a semicolon. Then a history of Africa number 5, 2022, page 8. So you see all this. Then how do we chapters in edited book is also put in words in a in a semicolon like that. You see that's what they do. You see, just like that. So you have to check ebooks, that is your online material you use. Look at the way they referenced it to. You must put it and put the link, you must put it there. So that's that about that. Let me come and show you where's the chapter 5 again. So from there, for the historians, you always put the interviews, people interview, their name, their age, occupation, the location, the dates of the interview. This cycle 62, you are putting that you may not be able to ask some interviewer their age, so you can just guess. Since you are just guessing, you must always put cycle 43, except when you are sure that this person is particular 43, then you put the 43 there. So from there, secondary sources, textbook, all the textbook are here. Articles in journal, you see them, it is here. Online publications, you see them, it is here. So that's just it. So it seems the person, that's what you use. You did not use edited book and the rest. So that's that about that. I think with this few points of mine, I think I've been able to teach you and not to confuse you that this is how to do your referencing. This is how to get your topic and how to do your table of content. God be with you. Please do well to subscribe to the channel. Do well to tell others about the channel, and do well to tell others also to subscribe. God be with you. God bless you. Thank you.